Trustee Log 333, uh, article entitled The House of Time. Uh, I married her as a Marley due to my adopted title Middleton not meeting the requirement as my last name that year. There is a clause that in common law or stand your ground law that even as an adopted member of a family title or crest or seal, that if a member even not such as yourself is involved in something that constitutes political error or political moral error, nationally or internationally based on region and locale, um, that it stagnates the brand name. It stagnates the brand name. It stagnates the title, and that's what happened. So I hmm, I almost had to reach as far as and I was told that it better had been used for marriage. I was told that it wouldn't have been accepted no other kind of way at that time in North Carolina's history of individualized history, individual and personalized history. Um, at the time, she was separating from Tillman, the House of Tillman. Uh, she had priors, the House of Thyme, and a house before that when she was a teacher. She was on her way. The way her timeline works. Each house is sort of like a coming. Mine works different. But I was on my third coming when I was flirting with her. She was spoken for, and she said she was about to break it off, and she was in the middle of breaking it off. She didn't say too much more. The very next time I saw her, uh, she had broke it off, but she didn't want to speak. The time after that, she was with someone, and then about 6 to 9 months after that, I saw her, and she said that didn't last but 2 or 3 weeks, and I was, she was allowing me to pressure her, and then she said, "Go ahead and ask that question that you asked me playing around," and that's how it happened. I'm not sure what coming she was on, but I found out that she was fairly young that particular duration of time. And anyway, I know some of her relatives. She was getting ready to be married into some of her relatives. Some of her relatives are actually known to me in my past. But she was formally married in. Let me paraphrase that was incorrect. She was formally married into her relatives that I know, and I know the one of her former houses, and he's protected, but I know I've worked with him on at least a few occasions. I've worked with his brother. Um, but I found that she was fairly young too. She was just about 6 months too young for me to stay together with her under a roof, and that's what happened. So, the House of Time, Time hyphen or apostrophe Z, House of Times. Um, I've had I've had fun, but I almost lost touch with myself. I found youth in the House of Time. In the House of Time, I found youth again. In the House of Time, I mean, before the House of Time, I was considered to be an old man looking so young with an old soul. But in the House of Time, I found youth. I enjoyed, but I'm glad I didn't go too much further. I would have been in trouble had I not found out when I did. I would have been in trouble. uh, Molly, and I think she married me under Tillman. She was an adopted Tillman. Molly and Tillman somehow means the house. Some Molly and Tillman fused means the House of Time. The House of Time made me think about my past, my timeline, and my future. And it brought out an old classic. I mean, I hadn't listened to it in so long. It was titled "Never Judge the Book by Its Cover," and there was another one too, and it's actually a song. It's been a long time coming. It's not my favorite house, but it was enjoyed like it was my favorite house. I didn't get the required privilege to keep that house longer due to a technicality. It was settled out of court. One.